out here in the field. This is actually a couple days later than the last video, and we didn't do anything yesterday because of the rain. So the last video we started opening up this farm, this 100-acre farm, and we got rained out shortly after. I was seeding the rye, and we had a little pop-up shower about 20 minutes after I ended that video, and I got rained out. So I did end up getting that field finished the next day, I think. Yeah, late that afternoon after the rain stopped, I got it finished. We're back here on this 100-acre farm. We're hopefully going to knock it out today. This is a field, like I said, it's got a lot of ditches, a lot of tree lines. It takes a long time to get it opened up, and by the time you get it opened up, you're done with the field. So we've got, I don't know, maybe 30-40 acres of it out so far between the rain showers. We haven't had really good luck this week. Just been getting rain about every other day and getting a half a day in here and there between the rain showers. So we're just going to keep plugging away, doing what we can. Harvest is winding down. We're under 500 acres, and another good week we could get it. As you can see, I'm in the grain cart this morning. It's kind of nice, a little bit of a change of scenery, change of pace. It's a little bit more relaxing than being in the combine. The combine gets kind of boring, just going back and forth all day long. Dad's in the combine for now. We got things moved over here this morning, and he started in. Looks like Keith showed up just a little bit ago. He'll probably hop in the grain cart for a while, and I'll run the trucks, and we'll probably switch out by the end of the day. I generally run the combine most of the time, but we switch it around. Nobody really has a set job here, so Dad kind of likes running the truck, so he tends to do that more, and I prefer running the combine more, so I generally do that. But we're just knocking acres out here. We've got a little bit here in the corner. I don't know how many acres there are in this little patch, like 8 or 10. So the corn's doing pretty good here, which is nice. Our corn has been struggling, so it's nice to get into some good corn. I haven't really been in the grain cart much this fall. I ran it a little bit the other day, but that was the first time. It's one of those things, it's kind of like riding a bike. You never really forget how. It's like second nature almost. I did it so much growing up. This was one of the first jobs that I did growing up on the farm, that and tillage, but I ran the auger cart a lot when I was in junior high, so. First grain cart we had was a J&M 525, 525 bushel. We ran it on a John Deere 4640, so that's what I learned on. Once we got this 1,000 bushel cart, that's what we traded it on. That was pretty cool. That 525 had a little bitty 13-inch auger on it, and it took a while to unload. And this thing has a, I forget, it's either an 18 or a 20-inch auger, and it'll unload faster. It'll unload 1,000 bushels faster than that 525 would. It is chilly this morning. I can't remember if I said that already. 34 degrees this morning, high of 48. Fall is here, and I am not used to that. Keith's here, he took my place in the grain cart. Now who's calling me? Yeah. They're loading a train at the elevator. Dad wanted to call and make sure I got the text, but it's gonna slow things down a bit. I forget what I was even saying. Keith's here. He took my place in the grain cart. That's what I was saying. I hopped in the truck. We got one truck loaded. I'm gonna bring that to town, and they are loading a train today. So that is gonna slow things down a bit. Hopefully not too much, because we've got stuff to do. When the elevator's loading a train, they run reverse traffic, and it just kind of slows things down a little bit. So I don't know how many people are going to be in the field. We got quite a bit of rain yesterday. We're on a pretty sandy piece, so we're able to run. But if there's not too many people hauling, we shouldn't have too much trouble. Back to the field, definitely slow at the elevator. I hope that doesn't hold us up. They're still running. They got the truck full, and doesn't look like the cart's full yet. So just gonna keep hustling as fast as I can. Now I'm back in the truck that everybody likes. Well, I got lunch. FFA sack lunch brat sale. Gotta support your local FFA.
Put that 18 back on.
I already got it.
Okay.
Just got back to the field from the elevator, and Dad said the feeder house chain jumped a tooth on the sprocket. We've had that happen a few times on this machine and the 9650, so looks like they got it back together, so should be good to go after this. While I had this chain cover off, I noticed that these half links were missing cotter pins, so I found 3 of them. There's 4 half links. Thankfully, we are over by the shed where we're working on the truck. They're gonna see if they can find one in there. Thankfully we didn't lose that chain. Oh, we got the combine back together. Dad's gonna fire it up and see what we got. He said he heard a noise and there was a rock in the rock trap, and then that wasn't the noise because it was still making the noise after they dumped it. So then he found that chain was jumped on the feeder house, and we got the drive chain fixed. We ended up taking a couple half links out because it's pretty stretched. So like we're back in business. I'll have Keith or Grandpa take me over to get the other truck. They didn't get the cart loaded before I left, but the other truck is on the other side of the farm and it's loaded, so I'll go dump that while they work on filling things up again. Well, I'm just sitting in line here. Looks like they just got that train loaded, so my next load should go by a little bit quicker. Hopefully they can keep that combine running. I'm assuming that was the problem. While I'm sitting here, I might as well tell you about the exciting news. You may have noticed my West Farms apparel. That is because we are excited to announce that we're going to start offering West Farms merchandise. You guys asked for it, and we delivered. The merch is going to be sold through an Etsy shop and then fulfilled by a third-party fulfillment service called Printful. And that was the easiest way for me to do it because I really don't have time to physically handle any of this stuff myself. So basically how it works is you click the link in the description, or you can go to Etsy.com, search my shop, and you order what you want. Printful will then print it. Quiet down. Printful will then print it, fulfill the order, and ship it to you. I really don't touch it at all. So it's pretty cool how it works. I ordered some samples. I got a long sleeve t-shirt here. These are the Richardson 112 trucker hats. We're also going to offer short sleeve t-shirts and another style of hat. We got tons of different color options, so if you're interested in anything, click the link down in the subscription. Well, we're not doing too great today. Elevator's really slowing things down. This is part of a bungee strap. Elevator loading that train's really slowing things down. I'm not able to keep up. It's taken about an hour to turn a trip going to the elevator. So we're doing the best we can. I think Dad's gonna take that truck in when he gets it loaded, and then we're gonna have Keith finish filling the cart while we're gone. We're gonna take both trucks in. Maybe that'll get us a little bit further along today. I kind of doubt that we're gonna get this done. It's already 4 o'clock and they close at 6. So I was really hoping to get this knocked out today, but it is what it is. I seem to say that a lot. That's kind of a mindset you have to have when you're a farmer. You can't control everything, but we're still doing pretty good. Kind of tight getting out of this driveway. Back to the field. It's a little after 5. The elevator closes at 6, and since we've been having to wait so long, we're really hoping to get 2 more loads in. I know I'll get 1 more for sure because the cart's loaded, and hopefully we can get the cart loaded real quick and Dad can get 1 more off, and we can fill things up for tomorrow. But I don't know if we'll be able to get it done or not, so we're just going as hard as we can. That's all we can do. Here we go, another trip to town. I'm sure the line won't be any shorter. The line actually doesn't look too bad this time. So the reason why everything is so slow when they're loading a train is normally they have a pit for wet corn and a pit for dry corn. They also normally have 2 scales, an inbound and an outbound. Well, you have to cross the railroad tracks to get to the outbound scale. So when they're loading a train, it blocks the tracks and you can't get to the outbound. So they only use the 1 scale when they're loading a train. And the leg that the wet pit, the wet pit would go to, they have to use that leg to load the train. So they're dumping everything in 1 pit. So if you got a truck with dry corn, then a truck with wet corn, you got to empty out the pit before you dump the wet corn in. Well, then the truck behind it could be dry, so then you got to empty out again. It just really slows things down. Thankfully, they don't load a train more than maybe once a week, so it's not too bad. And I don't complain too much because if they didn't get the trains to load, they would be full and we wouldn't be able to dump at all. So you just kind of got to go with the flow and do what you can. Yeah, that line wasn't too bad. There's just 1 more wagon to dump and then it's my turn. And it's 6:02, so I don't think we're going to be getting any more in tonight. Back out here to the field, elevator's closed. About all we can do now is fill things up for the night. They got 1 truck full. I would assume the cart's just about loaded. We'll fill my truck up, fill the cart up. That way if we don't get started real early in the morning, we'll have some corn sitting on wheels. I was really hoping to get this farm done today, but not a big deal, just didn't work out. we're still in pretty good shape. It's not even Halloween yet. So last year, yeah, it was December last year when we got done. So it's pretty nice to know that we're just about done. I would say, yeah, we're probably down to about 400 acres once we get this farm knocked out. So we are in really good shape for this year. Hopefully the weather holds out. Calling for rain off and on next week. We'll just keep plugging away and doing what we can. That being said, this is the end of the video. I just want to remind you, if you're interested in some West Farms merch, link is in the description, or you can go to Etsy.com, type in WesFarmsShop, all one word, just like this. Check it out, buy something for yourself, buy something for the family, just in time for Christmas, so get your Christmas shopping done early. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.